In my way, the old hype is so movie had always been a bad sign. Then mostly because when I watched it, you'll find it to just be okay or not again at the hype led me to thought it will be. Wait, well, really wonderful separate to the rules seem to be falling in love with its part and carols. At the same time, I haven't watched the show since it really aired, so let it be again. I remember all I saw to kept the thought of my younger self. The show started with a sourput for manga creator made Satoru Fusamiya. I'm really not a fan of Dick Carroll with it seems to me find the sourput Carroll hard to watch because I really can't say when people constantly complain about their problems. Luckily for Satoru, Dick Carroll is very common to hate and think to the fact that he is willing to right most of the time to help people. He is able to do this thanks to an event he called Revival, a thing that fought him back in time to stop a bad thing from happening. The first time we see him feeling it is when he was looking at his separate dog at a piece of the reading man and see a blue butterfly. This butterfly is not the same one from the Persona series where I'm happy for that no real robot can ever convince me to watch that anime with my favorite video game. He tried waiting for a part but didn't see anything different until he saw a Tuckerman pat out on the wheel. This forced him to steer the truck away from his kid, but in return it caused him to get hit by another car leading him to land in the hospital. The accident caused him to remember Mary his childhood before waking up to the sight of fellow worker in Ai Katagari. A Carol who is even my favorite when I really watched the show thanks to her upbeat attitude making really well with Satoru's personality. My only problem with her on this second time around is that I wish she had more to do when we get later on in the story, but aside from that, I still think her personality or her bastard called her to be a gay Carol. She congratulates Satoru for a dollar a day and telling that the people behind the door would cover the price of the damage for their accident. Satoru outright already wrote at the piece of paper leading up to warn that she will return people back Odin will make it more likely that it will come true. Satoru had felt like he had heard this thing before in his life, but it decided from the start when Ari decided to leave without telling him her dream. The hospital where Satoru Lee called him to see that his apartment had been taken over by his mom. Sasako Fusamiya a character who I admit I was a big fan of on my first time around, but I didn't like her this time thanks to her way back attitude and seeing how much she cared for her kid. Alice decided to say over to Rock and they see a report on the news about a wicked kidnapping calling her to remember a time and did event appearing multiple times when Satoru was a fake girl. Satoru able to remember the event and does know the guy who was framed for the crime doing Yuki Tsurutoru. Yuki is probably one of the only characters I don't like in this story. So, it was nice for him to become friends with a young side boy and gain the courage to make a new friend. At the same time, his character also reminded me of my big part I have with the whole series being for the fact that the show did not contain enough red herrings. So right away we know that Yuki is not the culprit of the kidnapping thanks to his nightmare with his dad and the two culprits who would get will be aware. The rat of red herring in my mind ruined the mystery after other shows that there was really no reason to try to figure out who it is when between a character we rarely ever seen or a character that we could see multiple times called the entire series. Anyway, during the goalie tip within Mahia feeling another revival. He won't again see no issue leading him to call for the assistance of his mom. She eventually thought something saying about a guy with an assaulting him for kidnapping a little girl. Out of another very bit for Ari, the mom revealed this to her kid and decided to look into it more with the help of one of her reporter friends. Meanwhile, Satoru looked more into the package, calling to remember Steve wanted to be at the park before she was taken, recalling to feel guilty about not being able to save her. Satoko paired me with a friend for the next day, but the killer attacked her before she can reveal his identity. Satoko sees who the killer is as he takes her phone and starts beginning not believe her son about Yuki not being the killer. The killer then leaves, but there also my biggest part I have with the story is that I don't think the killer is that fault. Since he killed Satoru's mom with her son that got off work, making it even have an alibi because he wasn't there at the time of her death. Satoru right home and is stopped by the state of his mom. A neighbor arrived and seen with blood on his head leading her to call for the cops. Satoru is so insult and don't want to be banned for the death, we had to run away from the car until he fought another blue butterfly. Did we buy a car to wait up at the time he was Gale in 1988. He wondered how did it happen, but he saw Roy after he met him on again, calling his saw carry and fought on using their opportunity to take his bad future. This is the main story I was since I am sucker for time travel story and the idea of making touch up is to change the future cause Atari to be a more writable character. On his next school day, he always sees the full bit in other kidnapping and the goal he would get is not stay in Kyo Hiyanaki. The character Eve Fallen Woman seems to her cold personality is never stopping her from having fun from time to time. He keeps looking at her during cat, calling him to apparently see a payment on her leg. He meets his familiar friend group that features a rightful one-note character along with his awesome real character. The fourth one, the one-note character is Samu, a night guy who is not that far but does have love for Dragon Cast. Oh, I thought I forgot to make you abuse something, so don't worry, I'll make sure to pack a 2-cell for your equipment present. Damn it, I am so the robot go leave me till my death. What do you say about me? Oh, it was nothing to make so both so fit with my rebooting oral. Will do. So knowing that for now, Osami character is that we're here to be more okay, but I would like to see it get more development or help with solving the mystery. Not a Kaizu who is no one-note character, but I did find him to be more likable thanks to what he believed to be Mary ideas. Hiromi is probably the one-note character who gets the most to work with thanks to her written what it goes when he is actually a guy. This story is one of the ideas with they fall more on whether he is doing this for a specific reason or he was just a fan of Death when he was a kid. The final character of the fan group is the real Kenta who I really like thanks to him being a multi-con guy who saw Satoru from doing reckless things but still never saw him for touching his friend. Satoru fan knowing that he was staring at Kaito calling them to act and he had cussed on her. He admitted that he is curious about her reading Kaito to reveal his feelings to her in the heart of the two getting together. Satoru tried to become friends with Kaito, but she called him out about her fakeness and said that his wit will lead him to make tough decisions. This caused Satoru to reveal that he had been pretending to be someone else to gain friends thanks to Yuki's advice. The fan he about his failure to befriend Kaito called Kenta detailing to learn more about her by reading her school essay. They called him to learn about Kaito being a really on a lonely island far away from people and her problems. Satoru still don't want to get out on becoming friends with her, so he meets her at the park. He will be able to hold that everything she said about himself is true, but even from the idea of pretending seems to how easy he had gotten over time. They call her to be as she was the one who he had really heard all his feet about believing in your goals. Satoru tried to invite her to his upcoming birthday party which she agreed to go to even if she might have an issue with the date. She still thinking for inviting her and paying for being easy to talk to, lead him to say that it because he was being on with her. This along with only more story hit at moment between the two kids what I thought was done really well and was pretty cute. He remembered that she would come out in March but don't know what day it was until he realized the ceremony that all but A called him to say it might have happened before her birthday. He tried to act her but she acted real about it thanks to him all your baited right of being on with her. His teacher Gaku also decided to help him lead him to reveal that they had the same birthday. Gaku also is another Carolina White thanks to him being really nice and super helpful to his students. Doing him to know the date of her kidnapping to be March 1st. On his way home from school, he reconnected with Yuki and learned that he knows who Kaito is and hang out with her from time to time. This caused Satoru to think that the couple might have seen them hanging out with each other. He tried once again to meet with Kaito, calling him to find her body in the set with painful mom leading him to wonder to her mom being her up. The mom tried her best to hide her energy, but he could still see that on her body. The teacher revealed that he doesn't know about the abuse and tried to get them out to try to protect his soul, but every time he does, the mom can boil their means. He tells him that if his parents don't want, it could cause her to be taken away, but Satoru reveals that he will be okay with it and want to lead to Kaido's safety. Satoru and Kaido correct the student want money, but it better go make it lead Kaido to be banned by a girl named Misato. Misato is my least favorite character in the whole series due to her being rude to Kaido because of their history, and the show never give her a truly good reason for her later on refraining the group when she get older. Kaido does have percentage of the money, but Satoru why became that he doesn't believe that Kaido was still anything leading him to gain her trust. The team will calm down all the students by saying that Kaido is supposed to have the money since he's the one who collected it in the first place. The two kids showed more than is a little bit to the committee. Satoru also planned to ask her to join him on to the science pair, but Kaido must have done the idea to the rival of his mom. Shizuko saw all how bad she is by betting making Kaido mom give to the idea to how beneficial it will be to her studies. The date flew several to one from the back, calling his software to the rival of his friends. On March 4th, he made sure to hang out with her all day to help her avoid the kidnapping. The next day, the two of them celebrate their birthday together at his place into the help of his mom and friend who warned about Kaido's birthday into the teaser. Kaido is happy about the party, but sad that he couldn't get Satoru get done in time. He said he is fine with waiting for it and decided to take her home, only to warn that the next day he had only the way to kidnap and call her to still end up dying in the timeline. The cops sought to Captain Mom, but they better get the kid after hearing about the other kidnapped kid calling her to be able to throw out Kaito's thing with fire on her face. The sight of Satoru seeing the sun included the kid called him to be sent back to the present day ahead of boarding the cops. He tried to hang out at his property, but he waited right out to the police. Always see him and decided to help him since he knew that he didn't kill his mom because he could tell how much the two felt about each other. Then we hold to what and say at whole pay in the meantime. Satoru we get the fact that he wasn't able to save Kaido until he warned he did tend to future calling it to hope that he could barely go back to that time. The pizza boss see him entering the house leading him to try to call the cop but always stopped him. The boss tried to McCain that he was just trying to protect her, but the still doesn't stop for hearing him saying to the boss worrying about touching Satoru. As a result of this, Ori is sadly forced to get Satoru out of his uncle house, calling him to once again live on the streets. Satoru is thankful for her all your kind, but also wondering why she believed him leading her to tell him a story about her dad leading his family after she was the only one who believed that he didn't steal from his soul. This story led her to always want to believe in her with the fact that Eri called her to once again be my favorite character in the show. Ori decided to sell help to Satoru and didn't wait until the killer made her house catch on fire with a bit of lead to a baby frozen. Satoru sees it lead him to go into the house to guide Ori. Since he had brought help, she can be rescued and he is still able to hide from the public. In my book, there is another moment that showed the dumbest of the killer said he really planned to kill her so he had done it in a way that would have definitely led to her death. During the fire case, Ori gave Satoru her phone with continuing from the kill from his mom's phone. The fact that his sister called him to meet up with his mom reporter friend. He believed his story of not killing his mom and also believed that the killer is the same kidnapper who killed Kaido and the other kids. The reporter tried to have me with Ivy who the cop assumed to be working with Satoru until he decided to get rid of her. Did the worst thing to Ori Monster and pay with her kids so she can meet with Satoru as a way to make up for her not believing in her husband. Ivy called Satoru and we kept to have me and leading the two of them to once again meet under the beds. They talked about the fact that he might believe the killer to be the city council member, but his name don't match the list of the report potential killers. Satoru sought to awake himself to a killer in his manga who filmed multiple times at his goal, but Ori told him not to get upset, nothing is set in stone. The call away will be able to have four Ori say to a tip from the killer. Iris stated not her fault and Satoru believed it and happy that he touched her. They sought to take Satoru away until he found the sight of the killer in the car of police. He don't want it to be the end with him to start waiting about going back in time even if it might be his last revival. Satoru get it with Rihan to be sent back in time during his day to the science fair. Kyle recalled to have talked with Satoru about writing the carry both in him, but it ought to cause him to wonder who he really is. Satoru found that he is doing it because he wanted to be a superhero. This before Clark Kent to believe in who he is and want to help him save Kyle's wife. Satoru had another talk with Yuki where he revealed that he had friend with Kyle, calling him to be happy for the two of them. On the day before the kidnapping, he read the party to get Yuki an alibi by breaking his dad's window with a brick. He also planned to get rid of Kyle's mom by putting her down a set of sail, but Kenta saw and said he was worried the fall could lead to her death. He admitted that it was a bad idea, but he was willing to do anything and wanted to result in him saving Kyle. This thought led him to ask Kyle it would be okay to kidnap her after the party. The girl supplied key to the Dynasty lead him and his friend to help her with a forgotten school bus. The pen started to roll and Kyle adored her time there until she heard the sound of someone walking in that it was one of her friends. Luckily for her, the angry guy apparently left without finding her. The fact of her being scared, the guy called to ask Satoru to stay the night and show him the box that the guy kicked. The kid went into the bag he left behind, calling in to see it contained stuff belonging to the killer, leading to force to read the hideout. They caused Satoru to use Plan B and had Kyle stay at his house after getting okay for his mom. This bit eventually Kyle to start guys into her finally be able to experience the world of a true family. The three confront Kyle's mom or the white her worry about her missing kid. She sought to blame them for being the one who kidnapped her, leading her to outward to Kyle and the parent of her teacher and the CPF people. She still tried to get out of it until the teacher brought out the sight of her kind mom who claimed they were all her fault for not helping the two after the parent divorce. This time, Carlton in her dog behavior lead her to let the CPF people take Kyle away to live with her grandma. Kyle thanks Satoru for all he had done before she leave town. They kind of felt like a full weapon for the story since the gamma cut out of nowhere, but at the same time, I couldn't care. I was just happy to see Kyle's story had a happy ending. Satoru now started to work on saying the open and by asking people how to talk to a girl he had never met before. His teacher gave him advice about being himself when he meet the girl. Then we hear Hiromi and Kenta to meet up with either neo-Nazi who they care I kind of wish we want more about it or care with a BNP Airport and Tifa girl already called me to write her. She recognized the kid as the one who had hired across the way we heard to call them Wayne. Kaisu saw over Winnie to everyone as they having a hideout a Tori monster. The friend go to the hideout and Satoru starts thinking about how much failure the mean was until the familiar girl opened the door in the hole and seeing the monster hideout. After Satoru makes her home and stay with her friend, he starts trying to figure out who the killer is. Hiromi get him a clue of the fact that the killer might go out and massage or sing to a lot of friends. Then we Satoru to follow her to the heart again, but he starts worried as he had one bid to the girl restroom. The teacher came to see Masato walk down the stairs and they see Yuki dad called Rihan to ask him to get his car and follow the truck. The teacher eventually saw following the truck and revealed that they is not a car and that he is the actual killer. The tip in but on my water was ridiculous into the argument in part, but it still feel like it was out of left field because of him not getting any other sign before this episode. Gecko revealed that Satoru fought for his attack and now planned to have the car right into the free wall with Satoru sat inside taped to the tight seatbelt. Satoru came to know about Gecko's future before Bentley passed out in the car thanks to the freezing temperature. In the next episode, Gaku revealed that he wanted to solve the kill free thanks to a feeling he had with a couple of hamsters and Yuri a wine bottle. The fact that he had seen another heifer standing on top of his seeming calling to remember a story about a sailing hero whose friend got cut out for him ear from his friend. He decided to keep the pet and the way to lead him to see people effect on other people calling to want to kill them. This story did call me to see him more. I couldn't avoid that you can also tell that he might be imagining these things with so how can he truly is. He saw one of Satoru have Rihan to try to kill him only to reveal that he didn't die. This is sorry, never a thing, but I want to think that Yasuo decided to stay here in the hole of worrying about his future. So Taru, it will be able to have it set in coma in the carrying mall and don't wait until you reach the age of 23. He sorry can't remember any May, but since you're in mall, he'll be able to start physical therapy right away. He get a bit from his fan, but none of the help with his issue until he see Kyle with her only baby. This ain't to the two and get together with the toilet in his coma. This really was one idea I was really not a fan during my full-time one, but now my fault acting with me mostly being okay with it. So well, I did find Daryl is it to be cute. At the same time, I can't blame Kyle for not wanting to wait for the toilet when they were a tent he had never woken up, and I do like that he ended up truly pooey of the two relationship. And probably helped that I also gave your favorite still attempt to be with him. Oh, you bet. I thought you were too busy with working on your commitment peasants. At the finish, so freaking out, do you have any idea what you plan to get to me? I did just finish the new gun sword, so don't you want to watch it? Oh, I'll get the popcorn. Oof, I adore it, boy. Oh, don't give me that word. Audience, see a sucker for robot and superhero anime. Meanwhile, I ain't idiot who still haven't bought or get yet. So getting back to the video, Satoru talked to a girl who is worried about her upcoming bone marrow treatment, but he get over it about finding chorus. Did me only call him to reunite with his teacher. His teacher talked to him, leading him to reveal that he had gotten married over time and changed his name. On the day before the gold treatment, the two planned to talk on the route, leading Satoru to reveal that he does remember his marriage thanks to them unwatching how he met Kyle Baby. The girl already knows it, but he still planned to thank him for taking his own right after getting it done to the girl. Satoru believes that he won't be able to guarantee the immediate in his right to be fulfilled. The turn to be the two when Yasuo stays Satoru for falling off of the roof. He admits that he will wipe lead him to doctor and get ready to commit suicide until he saw the sight of Satoru on a safety bed. This ain't to him asking for the help of his friend and mom after they already warned the two of him regaining his memories. The sight of him seeing his own way get cut caused him to let himself be taken away by the cops. The bone marrow go right is safe, Satoru become a fan of manga hero, and the fans later reunite and create a fight of me between Satoru and Ari to end the show. The finale in my book appeared though seems to a great aim for the main story along with continuing a ton of adorable fan moments. The way story does have some horror, but either way to my heart of my younger self seems to a great care of fun part and adorable moments. Next time we are going to celebrate another anniversary by looking at a series that features Debbie Saw in the ocean.